Shut up.
Right, I know that you know everything about everything, but come on.
So... Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lee, this is Daz, and today we're going to be reviewing this 570 brake ST. But to start off with, I think Daz needs to move the Prius.
You're a f***ing freak, you know that. But you know what the funny thing is about this is that the first take he didn't have the mics on. We put the lav mics on the GoPro and he didn't put them on.
But before that, we're getting a flight to Mexico, so we'll see you when we land. So, we've arrived here in Mexico. I think we've landed in the Mexican water jungle myself. The weather's a bit crap.
Mexican water jungle?
Yeah, water jungle.
So you said you were going to say, originally you said rainforest.
Yeah, it's a rainforest stroke jungle.
Was it the jungle militia?
It's a water jungle.
You know, or was that Vietnam, the jungle militia?
It's a water jungle. It's a water jungle, mate.
Is it hot in the water jungle?
No, not really.
That'd make it rainforest, mate.
Anyhow, we're in Mexico, so it's legal to drive, well, whom, basically.
Legal to drive?
Like a whom. Keep your eyes on the road, Daz.
I am keeping my eyes on the road. It's legal to drive on the road, so anywhere else it's not.
Whom on the road.
But we're doing a 0 to 60 helmet, not a 0 to like oblivion.
It'd be like going to oblivion in this car. Yeah? No? No.
I don't know, you're going to have to cut a lot of this out, Lee. If you were funny, we wouldn't have to cut any of this.
No.
I can't think of anything funny to say today. You've set my life out with me. I'm going to adjust that mirror there, so I can see out the dirty screen on the back. Oh look, I can just about make... Oh, is that one of them Toyota Priuses behind us?
No, that's a Toyota Auris by the looks of it.
Is it? Right, okay. How do you know that?
I used to work in Toyota.
Did you? You never told me before.
Haven't I? No. But
what are we on? 93 now, job positions.
Not far off, yeah.
Right, so what we're doing is we're going to see whether 570 odd horsepower,
yeah, 570,
can actually physically do a launch. Now, we're not promising it can, because this is all going to be a bit of clutch control. We've got the customer's permission to do this quite clearly. Chris has been a long-term friend of mine personally for many years, and incidentally army related kind of conversation, he's an army lad, so this car has been with us for development. We were going to put a standalone on it. He's got lots of other plans. Every time I say he can have it back, he says he wants to do some more to it, and it just never seems to, well, it's a never ending cycle as it is for most people. Just get out of the way of this learner driver. As Lee said, we're on our way to Mexico. Andale.
Isn't that what you put on? Hang on a minute. Isn't that what you put underneath carpets? No. No. I thought you put underlay underneath carpets. No.
Those are the mothballs.
Well, let's get back to the review anyhow.
Right. So this car actually, it's on a custom software that we developed alongside someone who everyone will know. I'm not going to mention any names because it's pointless. That's not the point of this review. It's on a GTX 3582. It's got an external wastegate screamer pipe, which traction control cuts in, so we're going to have to turn that off. So yeah, the traction control actually works on this ST. So here we go. There you go. Just to prove that the traction control on this car with the stock does work. So the reason why it was cutting the power then and it felt like it was misfiring is not because it was misfiring, it was because I had the traction control on. So I turned it off and that's what happened. So when we do this launch, we're gonna have to switch between maybe traction control and launch, but
I'll be honest, I don't even think we're going to get 30. I just reckon this car's going to stand still and spin myself. Like.
So we're in the wet now. This is a third gear, so we're just losing traction and force.
But it puts a smile on your face. It does.
It is absolutely amazing if you want to stand still most of the time. But if you want to race a Corsa VXR with 300 horsepower or something on a stockish turbo, if they make 300 horsepower, do they? Whatever. Anyway, but against a fairly like highly modified stage 2, stage 3 Focus, this would just get gapped because you'd just be standing still, wheel spinning. There you go, we got traction as I let off. It's an amazing car, it'd be amazing for the track, this. Yeah, it's just phenomenal in fairness, so yeah. It's got big brakes on, thankfully, because a van just pulled out on us. So yeah.
The thing I think about this car is you got next car which has got a lot more power, but it's running Cyvex, which controls.
This has got the traction control though, but it's not as like it when you turn it all off. It just lets the car do what it naturally wanted to do, whereas the Cyvex doesn't do that.
Cyvex controls the car a lot better.
And but you get that same feeling of like them when the Cyvex is trying to cut in and control the power in the slightly damp.
You're gonna let me speak?
No, because you've got nothing. You've got nothing. Like I know you're the like.
Shut up.
Right, I know that you know everything about everything, but come on.
So, the Cyvex controls basically your power, gets the power down to the road, but I don't think it's as fun as this.
No, exactly, because I think I preempted the point there that I thought you were going to make, which is that the Cyvex can control the power through the traction control exactly like that standard with the traction on was trying to do then, but just not as hard as that was doing it. This obviously feels like a massive misfire when it's on, but with the Cyvex it just feels like a little tiny miss. You know, when we did the other video, if you see the card above here somewhere of Nick's car doing, you know, just pulling away, just doing some little pulls when we were on the way back from Scotland, you'll see that at some points it felt like it was a bit messy, but it wasn't actually missing. It was the Cyvex trying to control it in the traction. Now, obviously, you know, it's just kind of hard to do. In fairness, it's hard to get that happy balance between the car actually. The what, sorry?
Bring your indicator on your job site, not working.
Ah, right, okay, thank you very much. Cheers. Oops, better fix that then.
So, we've just landed in Mexico.
Someone's told us our indicator's not working in Mexican. It was weird that we understood them.
But we've hired this runway out today. Quite cheap. What sort of money do we use? US dollars or what?
I don't know, you booked it. It's probably cost me 10,000 quid.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to try.
Mate, this is going to be horrific. I'm not even sure if I can stand still. Seconds. 8.6 seconds. I didn't move, and I've just got tyre smoke. You know what I mean? Sorry, Chris. That was probably about, I don't know, 1 mil off your tyres there. It actually gripped though. That's unbelievable. I mean, at least we've warmed the tyres up now, somewhat. That's all tyre, that.
8.62. To put this into perspective, perspective,
It should do about 6 seconds.
My old 1.4 course turbo, which was running about 210 brake, actually did 0 to 60 in 6.2.
I know, but we've just warmed the tyres up, Bob.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're going to go to our other runway now.
And do another 0 to 60.
Another 0 to
just
60.
down the road from there.
We've hired a few runways out today.
Yeah. Right next to each other.
Yeah.
Can you, tell us in the comments down below, can you launch a 2-wheel drive 600, well, between 550 and 600 horsepower car of any type with no launch control? Do you think you could get any sort of 0 to 60? Because I don't think anyone's capable of it. Just warming the tyres back up again. What are these? Oh, there's someone on our runway, so we're gonna have to use another segment, I think, because we don't want to run into someone else doing their runs on the runway, do we?
No.
Oh, it looks like they've had a bit of a problem. Abandoned run there.
It's a nice plane though, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely plane.
Just like a Golf.
Yeah. It looks like just like a Golf. Right, we've used 1/8 of a tank of juice doing that. I'm just letting everyone know these videos don't come for free. You know, there's not just the time and effort in it from us, the camera equipment and everything. There's like normally at least a couple of hundred quid's worth of juice on a lot of these big videos.
Mate, we've been about 7 minutes since filling the tank.
We did 70 quid's worth of, to put it into perspective, right, to do the RS7 launch control video in Smiley's car, I actually put 70 quid's worth of juice in it, of Go-Go. Oh, that's another nice runway there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you edit them, so if you leave that in, it's your fault.
I feel like I definitely went to Mexico then. Ben from Evo GT, this is what you missed out on, mate. You were too scared to get in this car. Ooh, where's the handles? Where's the handles? But I think Lee would have liked this, you know.
I don't think he would have liked it. It just shows you 8.89 seconds, so we're basically losing traction. That was traction control on to show you that it still works. That's proved that it does work on and off. This is a package that we can offer for circa 550 to 600 brake horsepower. It's a package that we've got there ready to rock. Other than that, it's got to be with the hardware associated, but hit us up in the comments down below if you are looking for something that doesn't include Cyvex, that you don't want to be able to do any 0 to 60s. No, you've got to enjoy this. I mean, if this was a rolling run, it'd be different. If we were on a dry Santa pod or something and we'd got a bit of traction, you know, traction had been good. Whether we would have snapped the shaft in the box in the diff is another matter. If we had actually got that much power down, I think we probably would have, but as you can see from the times, 8.89 seconds, we didn't do anything, so we've not done any harm to the car, we've not over revved it. Car's built to do this anyway. Yeah. Right, Callum.
Yes, Darren.
Experiences.
First experience of what?
570 horsepower. You've been in this car before, but you've never really experienced it, have you?
Not properly, no. So it's full ginger potential.
You obviously are a great lover of these cars. You've admired them from afar.
Not from afar, I'm around them all day, every day.
Yeah, I know, but from afar, as in far away from buying one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because obviously you're more into hairdressing these days.
Yeah.
How is that?
The hairdressing bench?
Yeah.
It's going fine. I started learning on the back of your head, and as you can see, it's all gone horribly wrong because you've got no hair left there.
That's on the top.
Yeah.
Bird's nest growing.
Isn't it? You're going to be an arsehole with me. You're going to get Cal an arsehole back?
It's not that, it's him.
Oh, right.
It's him. It like aggravates me.
How was your flight over to Mexico anyhow, Cal?
It was alright.
Jet lagged?
Not so much jet lagged. It was at customs that was the problem. I'm still a bit sore now.
Oh.
But anyway, they didn't find anything, so it's all good.
That's just...
Bit of keyhole surgery?
Yeah.
That's,
only left my dignity behind.
that's really just a testament to how far you can keister one of these race boxes, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually a really good selling point for these race boxes. You can actually keister them. I know that's a really American word, isn't it, really, to keister something, but you know, to plug.
To smuggle it at my anus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're on runway 𝙁𝙧𝙗𝗍.
Oh, is that his house, is it?
Yeah.
Alright. Quite good. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗺𝗁𝗏. Fucking hell. It's alright, that, innit? Still not enough power to pull me out of bed because that is a gargantuan task most days. But that was quick. That felt pretty impressive. Your catchphrase is so on and so forth.
Yeah, but I haven't said that for ages. I cut it out a bit like Lee did, but Lee took a bit longer to realise that he was saying it.
And plethora. You like plethora?
Yeah, I like plethora. I like that word. Plethora.
I know you do.
I think it's a good word.
It is a good word.
It's a big word. Lee doesn't understand it. Anything beyond like 4 letters and he's lost, isn't he?
What?
Exactly. Yeah. Lee's vocabulary is quite limited to alright, la.
Alright, mate.
So to say.
Cal, show me your parting.
Oh yeah, Turkish barbers, never again. There's a fucking run strip right there.
Runway?
Yeah.
Do you know what you should have done?
What?
Run away.
I should have run away.
This was Cal as a kid.
No, fucking hell. I'm a bit more worried that you had that saved ready to go.
Send me that picture.
Oh,
That was him for a school photo.
I was waiting for a mum joke. Who was going to drop the first mum joke? And it's Lee.
So, in summary, the only thing that this car hasn't got that 𝘬𝗱𝗋 has got is like basically the anti-lag launch control and the traction control in a more, well, I suppose controlled way in terms of it feeding in the power. It still feels like it's cutting the power when it feeds it in though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you've never been out in a 𝘬𝗱𝗋 controlled car in the damp either, have you? So,
no.
I mean, you're just not going to get anything to
compensate for that.
Yeah, you just, it doesn't matter what it is, it's not going to compensate for the fact that it's now wet. So it's just going to spin it. But the very fact that, you know, we've got broken traction is just down to the fact that the tyres aren't able to cope with the power and the road's greasy. So, you know, everything was done, you know, in the greatest of kind of with the greatest effect, really. I mean, just shows you that, you know, if we'd have done a rolling start, maybe rolling 0 to 100 or whatever, maybe we'll hire the runway out again at some point and do rolling 100s if we can find one long enough.
I have to have a chat with the Mexican government about that.
Yeah, no, yeah. And see what happens. We maybe.
Hey? Have you seen this reg in front, Lee?
Yeah.
AB07 Lee.
If you could put a U in there,
What would it be an acronym for?
all about Lee.
All about Lee.
It'd just say it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I suppose so.
And that would be perfect.
Like Lee. Perfect in every way. Aren't you?
If anyone's looking for a token monkey-looking, climbing, fishing,
Can we put
video
adults
type
up for
person-
adoption?
We could, yeah.
It's worth a go, isn't it?
We might have to speak to some of the like childline representations first, because sort of.
Although
kind
he
of
is
like,
a fully grown man,
yeah, but in body.
his IQ is of a child's level. So it
What sort of age?
3 to 4.
Nah, Bryony's definitely.
She's got.
She could run rings around him, couldn't she? Let's be honest. She's got the camera before, and at least she turned the mics on and stuff. Make sure everything was prepared.
She runs,
Anyway, bye for now.
she runs rings round you, putting your belt on.
That's quite good for Lee, that. What are we ending on? Anything more to say?
Ta-da! Subscribe.
Subscribe and someone adopt Lee. We'll start bidding at we'll pay you.
Hang on a minute. Who was it? Scouse House Mafia. They want me.
Scouse House Mafia.
It was Scouse House Mafia.
Is that like an
Yeah,
art?
well, they actually
yeah,
said
they
if you
actually
were giving
want
them away, they'd start paying or something. Honestly,
Alright,
mate,
well,
honestly. Scouse House Mafia, collect your prize.
Yeah.
He'll be here
Come and get him.
Saturday.